So I want to go through some really cool features in Canvas when you're actually taking a quiz or an exam. So I'm going to go into my example exam. Whenever you start an exam, you'll usually see the due date, the points available, the number of questions, and then your time limit. Time limit tends to be pretty important. So I'm going to go ahead, start the quiz just so that way you can see what this looks like. So when I go through, I'm immediately going to scroll through and notice that I have 4 questions on this exam or this quiz. And what I'll also notice is up here in the right-hand corner, you can see that you have a question list. So this is actually scrollable if you have more than 4 questions. And I'll also see the time that I have remaining to take the exam. So let's just say that I start going through the exam and start answering some questions. And I get to number 3 and I don't know the answer. And I want to come back to that question. Well, this little flag here on the left, if I click on that, it marks the question so that way I know which one that I need to come back to. So let's say I continue taking the exam. I've marked questions 3 and 4. And I'm scrolling through. When I'm scrolling through, I might see it. But what if I don't see it? What if I missed it? This is where this menu comes in really, really handy. You notice that question 1 has been answered. Question 2 has been answered. Question 3, I know it hasn't been answered because it has this little question mark next to it, and neither has question 4. So let's unflag question 4 just to see what it looks like when it's unanswered. So question 4, you can see is unanswered. It doesn't have a flag next to it, but it is unanswered. So I'm going to go ahead and say that I want to go back to question 3 because I answered 1 and 2 and I have that flag next to 3. If I click on the name question 3, it will automatically take me to that question. I can see the flag there, and I'm going to go ahead and answer that question. If I want to remove the flag, all I have to do is click on the flag again, and notice that again, when I come up to my menu here, it's been unflagged and now the question has been answered. So let's say that I think I've answered all my questions. I've removed my flags. I don't realize that I didn't answer question 1. I try to submit the quiz. Well, I'm going to get an error and it's going to say, hey, you've missed a question. I have one unanswered question. Do I want to submit it anyway? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say cancel because I do actually want to answer question number 4. So once I answer question 4, I can go back to my list. I can see I have no flags and all 4 of my questions have been answered. Now I'm ready to submit the quiz.